Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, the Hall of Famer, the host of the Brian Bailey Show, WNCT Channel 9 Sports Director. He is Brian Bailey. What's up, BB?
Not too much. Not too much. Trying to get through the summer. We're getting close.
Man, we are getting close. And, again, just one more Thursday with no football on TV. And it's the Hall of Fame game. We'll watch the kickoff, get excited, and then probably turn it to something else. But just another sign that we're getting close.
Yeah, and the preseason, a lot of people don't watch it much. I love watching the preseason and watching the guys that might make the team for your favorite team but get cut, see where those guys end up playing if they do end up playing. And I always like the month of August.
Speaking of preseason, Bailey, we kind of know what we have at ECU, at quarterback, running back for the most part, receiver, maybe some juggling on the offensive line, but any position groups in particular you're going to be keeping an eye on this preseason for ECU to see, what the starting spots look like, who's going to step up,
I think the defensive line is really big. I mean, I really think they've got to replace some really good players up front, and that's where you win championships is up front. So I'll be anxious to see how they maneuver that part of the defense coming up.
I know you've talked to Josh Aldridge, but what do you think it's going to look like as far as his defense compared to Blake Harrell's defense, and how much is it their defense versus Coach Aldridge? What do you think about a new DC coming in?
I think it's going to be more their defense. I think Blake will have his fingerprints on it. I think that, he may leave the offense to JDB, right, John David Baker, but I think he'll be over on the defensive huddle a lot trying to figure things out. And I think he really likes Josh Aldridge. And Josh Aldridge, he runs around, just barrel of energy at every practice, which is kind of what Blake Harrell is. And I think that they'll do good things on defense.
And on that note, with JDB, I talked to Rajay, asked him about JDB kind of learning as a first-year coordinator. How different you think he'll be in year two as opposed to year one?
It sounds, when you talk to everybody, that the playbook's going to be expanded and that everybody's on the same page and everybody knows, and we're going to see even more fireworks. And I think with Caden Hauser at quarterback and his experience, I'm anxious to talk to him coming up this week at the American kickoff in Charlotte. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to hear from him and to see just how his confidence has continued to grow.
Jarrett and Jenny will be there.
Wow.
You think they'll give them a media vote? I'd love to see Jenny's preseason poll.
I don't know. I think you only get 3 per school, and I know where one of them is. I don't know about the other 2.
Have you started to tabulate yours yet?
Not yet. I've looked at it, and I know about what I'm going to do, but you have to tabulate everybody. You have to put them one through the whole league, so it's a little more difficult.
You're going to go Tulane, Memphis, Navy, other? Will you tell us?
After I do it, I'll tell you.
You will.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I think you're allowed to say after it comes out, but I don't think you're supposed to say much beforehand. But those are 3 good teams. I think UTSA's right up there too. Where will East Carolina be?
Well, Phil still had them 8th, Bailey. You think you'll have them better, worse?
Better, I think.
A little better than 8.
I was thinking 5 or 6.
Right.
I think that would be a good year, especially with the schedule that they have.
And I think like 4 through 8, 9, whatever can be interchangeable.
Oh yeah, and year in and year out, whoever's picked to win it doesn't. So yeah, there's that factor.
And starting to talk about this a little bit too. We talked to Jeff Nadeau. He likes Navy to potentially be the Group of 5 team in the playoff this year. Just had Danny Beal on earlier. He said Tulane or maybe another team from the American. So could the American be represented in the playoff this year?
That'd be great if they could. And now it's the American. Did you see the video that came out today?
I did not see a video. Yeah. I saw our new mascot and our new name.
Yeah, the American.
You like Soar? You're gonna get a shirt with Soar on
I'm kind of on the fence on Soar, but I do like the video they put. I think they did a nice job of kind of presenting it like they did, and I like that part. We're going to show it at 5:20 today on the TV side, but I'm kind of on the fence on Soar.
So yeah, no more athletic.
Well,
they saw Chandler and I play basketball, and said they are not athletic.
I think the main concern was that the ACC and the AAC.
I agree.
All the time, got confusing for a lot of people. Now, it didn't get confusing for most of us, but even at our station, they were sending out emails saying that I was going to the ACC Media Day and I'm going to the AAC, which is now the American Media Day. So, but Thursday and Friday should be a lot of fun.
Well, I just Googled the American. We got a 2010 crime action movie that popped up. Rotten Tomatoes, a lot on the American. American Athletic Conference pops up. So I still think
is it the Americans, the series about the Russian.
That hasn't popped up, but that was a great show.
That was a great series. Yes,
Kerry Russell, Hall of Famer.
She is. Woo, yeah. She had some great scenes in that series.
As excited Bailey's been since the Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
That's been a long time.
Kerry Russell's a legend. She put her in the American Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Talk to them about that at Media Day. I still think it's going to be kind of a branding issue from that regard, as far as Google, just. I don't know, people out there knowing what.
Well, I think the American tries. They have to do whatever they can do to try to be relevant as far as all the group of five and all that other stuff. Nobody ever said it was a Power Five, but that's what everybody developed. And remember, the American came up with the Power Six.
Hated that.
And they had logos all over, and I think they put it on the down markers for a while, Power Six. But this is just something a little bit different.
Oresco had Power 6 while at the same time saying there was no Power 5. So which one is it?
Power 6. There was no Power 5. Just go with the Power 6. But I like Mike Oresco. I always have.
I do too.
I like the new commissioner, Tim Pernetti. He's a great guy. But they're trying to do
everybody.
I do. Most everybody. I have a little problem with some. Yeah, he's in the doghouse right now. He's only been here 4 hours, and
somebody's got to be under the bus. And I'm glad it's not me.
I'm glad it's not you.
I'm staying
either.
on Bailey's good side.
There you go.
Although I do want to talk about the Cowboys. No, we did our.
Well, you see what President Trump said, right?
What he said?
Are you with that? Did he say it yesterday? That he wants the Commanders to go back to the Redskins, Guardians go back to the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it on the show. I'd like it. If you could get like Native American backing and it goes.
I thought they've always had Native American
had
backing.
some that don't as well.
Some
yeah,
don't.
I mean, it's not just a black and white issue.
Right, it's not.
So,
it's a.
I do miss the name. I miss the logo.
Yeah,
I thought the logo, whereas the Indians was kind of a caricature. I
thought the same
Redskins
thing.
Logo, it was like a.
I thought the Indians could go back to the Indians and maybe change the character there. Yeah. But the Braves, they continue on. The Indians had to change.
Yeah, Braves, Indians, a little different, maybe. I don't know. I think I've got some Native American blood in me down the line, but not enough.
I've got Cherokee.
Not enough to speak on the issue.
Yeah.
You're half Cherokee and Choctaw. Is your baby a Chippewa by chance?
You know who sang that song?
Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Great song.
Great song.
Big fan of Indian Outlaw.
Yeah. Indian Outlaw.
So, Washington going back to the throwback jerseys that they had like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I hope when they play on Christmas Day, they throw them back. That's what I hope. Throw them back.
You keep hoping things. We did our hot seat rankings the other day, and Washington year 2 coach, Dallas year 1 coach, so they didn't really apply. But you surprised the Giants kept Dayball? Why he's still down there?
Shocked.
Especially bringing in. Which they have veteran QBs, but drafting a quarterback, it was kind of a weird deal.
I think the Giants are just a train wreck.
Yeah.
But they'll probably win the NFC East this year. That's how it always goes.
And then I said it half jokingly, but I got Nick Sirianni like a 6 on the hot seat. Because remember the Eagles won the Super Bowl and then fired Peterson.
Oh, yeah. If they get off to a bad start, if they lose that first game, I mean, they may get those rings and everything and hang the banner. If they lose that first game, he'll be on the hot seat.
You'll hear a ton of they won in spite Sirianni, rather than because of Sirianni.
Right.
So, and that's what makes it great, Bailey.
Oh,
just
man.
The chatter week to week. You always say it. Just nothing better than
football.
And
I saw a couple of people put out on Twitter and stuff. They're saying, don't look for me on what's the first Saturday, August the 30th. Don't look for me on August 30th. And they put the list of the games. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, when the Pirates play Thursday. Yeah, don't look for me on that Saturday either.
We got a lot of Saturdays to watch football.
That's the truth. Can you believe
schedule.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, every time I look at the schedule and I think about October, and I'm like, how do you not? I've heard of teams not playing a home game in October. How do you not play a Saturday in October?
So what are you doing? You gonna make Zach Kaplan show the Carolina highlights, and you're off all day Saturday when the Pirates don't play?
Well, I'll be off on Saturdays when the Pirates don't play. Actually,
Nice.
we got a trip planned to Nags Head. Some buddies of mine that I played high school football with and hung out for years and years are going to do a fishing trip in October. So we're going to do that the first week of October. We got a wedding to go to the third week, I think. So we got some things to do, but the main thing we've got to do is watch some college football.
That's right. That's right. Looking forward to that, NFL and everything surrounding it. Anyway, what else you following right now, BB?
Watched the Cubs play this week, and they took 2 out of 3 from the Zach Kaplan Red Sox. So that was good. They took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees going into the All-Star break.
Still in first?
Still in first place. All-Star game was good, I thought. Nationally got off to a 6-0 lead and then had to hang on. I'm not quite sure if I like the way they finished up with the extra innings and the swing-offs, that kind of thing. But,
I think you make pitchers hit at the end. Home run derby for the pitchers.
That might be interesting.
Although, as Jared pointed out, the National League does have Shohei.
That's true.
That don't count.
That would be good.
He would just bomb everybody.
And the Hornets win the Summer League.
Hornets win the Summer
How about
League.
that?
God, if they could be relevant.
and now they're 4th in line for the NBA championship this coming year. I saw it. The 3 favorites and the Hornets are 4th. Just kidding. They're not. They're not.
Jared picked up his phone. Where did you see that?
Everybody's looking at me like you're crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy.
It would be good if they could be relevant, Bailey.
It would be
Kinda
great
like
if they could just be
Hurricanes are.
500.
Yeah, have a chance to make the playoffs.
And they make the play-in game 2 years in a row
and get blown out
and get blasted.
Yeah,
absolutely blasted.
So, Con Knipple. I guess I guess I'm gonna get on board.
Yeah.
See what happens.
He can play.
All right, BB. When is the Brian Bailey Show making its
August
fall debut?
5th, I believe, is the date.
Wow.
That's the Tuesday, August 5th.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting close. Can't wait for that. We're trying to get Blake Harrell, JDB, Josh Aldridge. We're not sure what order yet. We're working on their schedules and trying to make sure we get them all on in August, and then hopefully have assistant coaches on throughout the season. We won't have assistant coaches on those Tuesdays before Thursday games, but we'll still talk Pirate football and we'll figure out exactly what we've got. But looking forward to it. I think the Tuesday rather before the Thursday game against NC State, try to have some former Pirates that played against the Wolfpack on. I think that would be interesting to get their thoughts on it and that kind of thing. So looking forward to it.
Like we got maybe 4 Fridays until we get to touchdown.
Man,
4
we're
more
getting
Fridays
close.
before
Getting close there too.
touchdown. Friday.
August 22nd is the season debut.
Awesome.
Of what's now called Brian Bailey's Touchdown Friday. How about
Finally,
that?
you made it.
Finally.
Took you 42 years.
Took me a long time. That was one of the coolest thing about the 40th anniversary thing, that when they showed me that and they said, we're going to put your name on it from now on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I mean, I know how I've seen how hard.
Yeah,
y'all
you've
work
been
on
up
that
there
thing.
before. Yeah.
It's really cool.
You got to come up and do it
Let's
again.
do it again. Yeah.
Come on.
Good deal. Well, Bailey, Brian Bailey's Touchdown Friday coming up soon.
August 22nd.
Brian Bailey Show coming up soon. We're just slapping your name on everything.
Well, I keep telling people that.
Brian Bailey's Pirate Radio Live, hosted by Clip Rock.
There you go. That'll work.
On Pirate Radio. All right, BB. Thanks, man.
All right.
Good luck with your truck and your.
We got some work to do, don't we?